So what happens when you make a movie that takes place in a dystopian world centering around a girl trying to find her...
The Hunger Games.
No, not the Hunger Games.
Sorry.
Okay, so what happens when you make a movie about a cyborg girl based on a popular manga series?
Ghost in the Shell.
No, not Ghost in the Shell. I'm talking about Alita Battle Angel.
Sorry. Right. Yeah, so find out this episode of Alternate Ending when we review Alita Battle Angel.
Tune in to Alternate Ending now.
Welcome to Alternate Ending. We're discovering good movies, one bad movie at a time. I'm film school dropout Robert Jarasinski.
And I'm the casual moviegoer, Carrie Jarasinski.
And while we have different backgrounds and perspectives on movies, our goal is always the same, to help you navigate the cinema world to determine if you should spend big bucks on a flick rushing to theaters, wait for it to come out on streaming, or skip it altogether. This episode, we're talking about Alita Battle Angel, which is adapted from the cyberpunk manga series created by Yukito Kishiro.
This series was so beloved by mega writer and director James Cameron, known for Aliens, Terminator, and my personal favorite, Titanic, that he bought the rights to Alita and has been trying to bring it to the big screen for the last 2 decades. While Cameron was waiting for CGI to evolve a bit, he was swept up in directing the Avatar movies and has admitted he will never have a chance to make the other films in his lifetime. But who says that? Let's not think about that.
And much to the chagrin of writer-director Robert Rodriguez, who, like every fanboy and fangirl out there, was waiting on pins and needles for this to come out. So in 2015, Cameron agreed to stay on to help produce and develop the screenplay, while Rodriguez was given the reins to direct. After almost 4 years of production, they had their movie, with a $200 million price tag, keeping in mind Rodriguez has never actually made a movie with a budget bigger than $100 million.
The movie centers around Alita, a sweet but deadly teenage cyborg with big brown CGI'd eyes played by Rosa Salazar. Alita has been discarded in a scrap pile in what's left of this dystopian city by Dr. Dyson Ido, played by Christoph Waltz, and he finds and brings Alita home. Fun fact, Waltz was in a movie called Big Eyes and is connected to the director from his work in Inglourious Basterds with a mutual friend, director Quentin Tarantino.
Waltz helps rebuild her, and along with the audience, Alita is off on an adventure learning about the world she's been reborn into, making friends and enemies, as well as kicking some butt as she uncovers a menacing plot to keep the caste system in place. Karen, what did you think of Alita Battle Angel?
Well, I didn't have a ton of background on Alita or her cyborg punk manga-ness that you mentioned earlier, but I do love a good warm-hearted futuristic flick about the imminent destruction of the world, so hopes were high, and this one delivered. The highlights for me were its world building. The cityscapes are totally spectacular, and the effects feel so real. Next, it has great and intense action sequences throughout. You might even find yourself air punching alongside with Alita in the theater. Maybe. I would never do that, but it wouldn't be weird if you did. And third, for all of you grumps out there who are going to pick on the romance between Alita and her cute little boyfriend named Hugo, I don't care if it's cheesy, it's really sweet. And last, and I know I'm only supposed to have 3, but it is also really funny. The lowlights for me, and there's not a ton to dislike about this one, but again, if you're an old curmudgeon, you might say, it's a little too cute, a little too precious, but literally these are not people you need to know. So overall, I loved it. It's fun and fulfilling, and I can only hope that Alita and I will meet again. I give Alita Battle Angel 4 stars, and you're going to get the best experience catching it in theaters. What did you think about it, Rob?
Care, we're in the doldrums of the movie season, with few movies ever coming out in February that are ever of quality, so I had low expectations despite it being a genre that I really enjoy. Highlights for me were, like you, Care, the world building. Where the live-action Ghost in the Shell fell short by having grand visuals of a world that didn't seem lived in, Alita takes place in a bustling dystopian metropolis filled with detail and reminds me a lot of Agrabah from Aladdin. It's probably worth a second viewing just to focus on the detail, as I'm sure there's a lot going on with secondary characters in the background. Second, the CGI. While I've been hearing about this movie for years and was irritated by the continued delays, Cameron waiting for CGI to be at the level to do it justice to the movie paid off. I wasn't sure how I would react to the large eyes, but I was into it. And overall, I had trouble discerning in some cases what was real and what wasn't. Frankly, I was so into this movie, I wasn't paying attention. Third, the cast. There are a total of 3 Oscar winners in supporting roles, with Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, and Mahershala Ali, and it is fun to watch them be playful in their roles. As the lead, Rosa Salazar more than holds her own in what I'm assuming was motion captured and voiceover work. While some have picked on the acting of romantic interest Hugo, played by Keean Johnson, I thought he did a fine job. Lowlights for me were, it's jam-packed. I believe Alita was originally a 9-part series, and they tried to take bits and pieces from 3 of them and roll it into one movie. While it doesn't hurt it too much, you can tell there are parts that are rushed despite the long runtime. Second, and sorry Care, the cheesy dialogue. But hold on, I actually can't tell if this is a lowlight or a highlight. While this movie is filled with saccharine dialogue, the talent delivering it, for the most part, makes it work. And who doesn't like a little cheese every once in a while? That's all I have for lowlights. Alita was a fun surprise, and I'm already looking forward to seeing where the sequels take us. I give Alita Battle Angel 3.5 stars and suggest everyone rush out to theaters to see it on the big screen and 3D if you can.
We love hearing from everyone, so share your thoughts on Alita Battle Angel with us. We have other videos like this one that we'd love for you to check out.
Be sure to check back regularly to make sure you don't miss out on our movie reviews, trailer reactions, and live shows. If you want more details about all the stuff we're up to, including weekly movie giveaways, head to our website, alternateending.com. We'll catch you next time.